The man spread mustard on a cracker and made himself a sandwich. It was the only thing he had to eat that day. When he spotted a piece of artwork sitting on a table nearby, he was so hungry that the absurd thought of eating it crossed his mind, but he didn't have a single cent to his name. Then, right in that moment, a woman appeared. She returned her luggage cart to the rack and collected her coin deposit. That's when Victor saw his opportunity. He started collecting abandoned carts that other travelers had left behind and pocketing the deposits. Little by little, he saved up enough to buy himself a burger, the first real meal he'd had since getting stranded at the airport. He savored every bite. Then the news came on. That's when it hit him. His home country had erupted in civil war. He was now stateless, and the United States refused to let him in. Just like that, he was trapped inside the airport, caught in a kind of limbo with no way out. When the airport manager found out what Victor was doing, he immediately set up an official cart return station, cutting off the one way Victor had been making money. Victor had no choice but to go back to living on crackers. The manager even sought him out personally, took a few jabs at him, and then pointed him toward the airport exit. He told Victor the guards would be stepping away soon, giving him a clear window to slip out unnoticed. What Victor didn't know was that the manager had eyes on him through the security cameras the entire time. The moment he set foot on American soil, he'd be arrested on the spot. Victor stared out at the city beyond, full of life, full of possibility, and for a moment he almost stepped through, but he stopped himself. Something didn't add up. He saw right through the trap. He looked the manager in the eye and told him he wasn't going to fall for it. He wasn't going to sneak out like a fugitive. That response infuriated the manager. From that point on, Victor slept on a bench in the terminal every night and cleaned himself up in the airport bathroom every morning. Over time, he became the talk of the airport, but he never gave up. He taught himself English, determined to eventually get the visa he needed to walk out of there legally. Every time he applied, though, he was turned down flat on the manager's orders. Then one day, the manager had Victor locked in a detention room. A group of important officials was coming to evaluate his performance, and the manager's promotion was riding on it. He couldn't afford a single thing to go wrong. But something did go wrong. A traveler had brought in an unapproved medication, and because of the language barrier, no one could figure out what it was or what it was for. That's when the manager remembered Victor spoke the man's language. Reluctantly, he went and asked for his help. Victor didn't use the moment for payback. He stepped in and did everything he could. After talking it through with the traveler, he learned the whole story. The man had brought the medicine for his critically ill father back home, but under US regulations, all medications had to come with proof of purchase, or they'd be confiscated on the spot. The traveler was devastated. He had no paperwork, no documentation, and no idea how the system worked here. He begged the manager to make an exception. The manager said his hands were tied, and the guards moved in to escort Victor away. At the last second, Victor spoke up and told the manager that the medication was actually for animals, that the traveler had simply grabbed the wrong thing by mistake. That way, the drugs could be cleared without issue. The traveler immediately caught on and nodded along. The manager saw right through it, but he had no real grounds to push back, so he let the medication through. His own heavy-handed behavior, though, had already cost him his one shot at the promotion. After that, Victor earned the respect of everyone in the airport. If you want to experience more of this heartwarming and inspiring story, check out the film, The Terminal.